So at Track3D, we automate construction monitoring. So what we predominantly do is, you have talked about this in your previous podcast also a lot on reality capture, drones, 360 cameras, laser scanners, all of that. Now, Track3D is hardware agnostic. It can take in data from all these sources
Uh-huh.
and it can automatically quantify and qualify progress. So what
Oh,
I mean by that is it can precisely tell you how much of work is done,
wow.
what has been done, when has been done, and has it been done to the right specifications or not as well.
Hmm.
Those are the three products that we offer: the visual track, the progress track, and the deviation track.
And the qualifying and quantifying happens automatically, or is it done manually?
That is happening automatically. That is the reason why we are able to scale on some major projects right now. And it happens with as simple source as a 360 camera to as complex as a laser scanner. So data doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Very smart. Patrick, do you want to go?
So what's the plan with the 10 million?
Yeah.
Yes. So far, it has only been me. I'm the sales team right now. So our US GTM team has been me, and been fortunate enough to work with some of the largest contractors and construction companies over here. Now the plan is to expand our GTM motion. So we are actively hiring and building up our GTM motion over here, so that we can pass on the benefits of Track3D and create awareness to more and more companies.
Yeah.
Great. And by the way, I love founder-led sales. I think founder-led sales should never actually stop. So NK, love that you're doing that. And in my opinion, if you can keep doing it, at least sampling customers, retaining key accounts that love you, it gives you so much more primary information that you can use in the rest of your business to make better decisions. I think that's actually a role model to follow.
100%, Patrick. I don't intend to move away from sales at all. Because this is how we are learning, right? So, and this learning should never stop.
So NK, I'm curious. Why would you're taking the data from tools which exist like OpenSpace, Drone Deploy, Disperse, the other players in the reality capture space. You're ingesting this, and then you're giving people insights based on the imagery that has been captured on site, right?
That is correct, Owen. That is
So
absolutely right.
are they
Yeah, go ahead.
are they not like doing this themselves? Is it that they are doing it, but it's just not like as good as it could be, i.e., which is why you exist? Can you talk to that?
And
Absolutely.
how do you know one of those will not come up with the same solution, which will
Or that was going to
help?
be my follow-up question. Yeah, why do you not just create the reality capture solution?
Perfect. No, great questions. And let me take it one by one. And I'll give it by an example, right? So these were questions right when we started back in 2022 as well. We were pitching to investors, and some of the investors actually advised us not to do this. This market is saturated. There are these players, open space, drone deploy, all this that you're talking about. And when I went into the ground reality and saw what is actually happening, right, that opened up our mind. So people were doing reality capture mainly as an insurance use case. Something goes wrong, we have data that we can look back on.
Mm-hmm.
So the amount of data capture was crazy amounts basically, but the data being used live on a day-to-day basis was very, very low. And that is where we felt the opportunity. Now, there were other AI based solutions that were coming up and even there right now, right? Like BuildDots or Cupex as well. But what we saw was these only apply to a select set of projects. They were complicated to implement. You had to have the BIM model to a certain level of accuracy. You had to have the schedule, tie that up. So we believe that simplicity was missing so that we see mass adoption. So our metric was simple when we started, right? So our metric was, let's go after the top 30 construction companies, the ENR top 30, right? And let's say that, these guys should be ones who have enterprise agreements with our competing solutions. If we get them to switch to us, and not only switch, scale with us actually. Like when I talk scale, like hundreds of projects, they should work with Track3D and use it so that, not only for the visual part, but use it to drive progress and make active decisions on job site. That was our measure for success. So we
Uh-huh.
didn't work with a lot of companies. In fact, we were very focused until almost mid of this year. There were only 10 companies that we worked with. But the 10 companies that we worked with scaled really well with us. They became like multi-million dollar, multi-project deals, some of them doing 100+ projects. So that
Mm.
was a proof point that we were looking for.